we've got half of 2027, all of 2028, half of 2029. We go from the most renewals in history to the fewest.
What the fuck are you talking? What the fuck am I going to do?
Well, you know what? I believe if you have good enough feet, you can go on Foot Finder. What do you think?
There's a market for everything. There's a market for everything.
Market for everything. No, that's the truth. There's going to be a moment in time where every mortgage broker, who for the last 2 years has decided
posting photos of their feet online.
No, not just that, but they've decided that they're fucking brilliant. That they are talented, knowledgeable.
Yeah.
They are superb salespeople.
Yeah.
And all this business is flowing their way because of them.
Yeah.
And then some point around July, August 2027, they're going to stop and say, what the fuck happened to me? Did I get stupid? Or was it just the market the whole time? Wow. Was it just the market? Okay. Because if you have the biggest back-to-back, two biggest renewal years in the history in Canada.
Yeah, 25, 26.
Yeah. And then 27, first half.
Tumbleweed. Would that be a good year to take like a sabbatical? Just unplug the computer, just take a year off? Backpack?
Well, I got a payroll, so I can't do that.
You can't do it.
You can do it if you want. Okay. You get both kids out of the house, you're probably fine.
Yeah, maybe. I'll think about it. Thank you for the tip.
But the funny part to me is going to be everybody who believes, every mortgage person who believes, that's not just mortgage brokers, it's the bank sales reps too.
Sure.
They're sitting in their chairs thinking, fuck me, I'm smart. I didn't know how smart I was till now. I mean, the business is pouring in.
The phone's ringing off the hook. The phone's
ringing off the hook. Life is great.
Yeah.
Fuck me, I'm good.
Okay.
And then suddenly, mid-2027, did I get dumb?
Did my cell phone not get paid? It's not ringing anymore.
Am I less charismatic all of a sudden? I mean, what was it?
I'm that ugly.
Yeah. So, it's going to be...
interesting.
It's going to be... Well, not a theory.
Not a theory.
How can it be a theory if you can track when the renewal, when the mortgage volume stopped?
Right.
So when there was no more purchases and it just went dry. Okay. And that was about an 18 to 24 month period where there was just nothing happening.
The only counter only saving grace, or the counter to that, the only saving grace is if there is some black swan event where rates get flushed down the toilet, then maybe we see people breaking. Maybe.
Let's talk about that for a second, because you and I know that right now, at this exact moment in time, things ain't looking good for rates.
They're not looking great. No. There's a lot of upward pressure.
So it's really important in any kind of social media to make sure you explain that you are not a fucking expert in something. Like,
okay, I'm not an expert.
What I know about war, you could put in a fucking thimble. Okay. Like and they'd be half empty. Like I don't fuck all about war.
I can't even spell PhD, so I'm not smart.
Yeah, no, I know fuck all about the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like some of the food. That's about it. Okay, like I know nothing.
I'm half Arabic. That's about as close as I get to the Middle East.
There you go.
Yep.
Which half? Bottom half?
Definitely the upper half. No. Yeah, definitely the upper half. My bottom half is English. My upper half is Arabic.
Condolences on that.
Yeah, thank you. I'll greatly accept it.
The reality is, I don't know anything about those things. I'm not an expert, because everybody in social media is an expert.
They
were an expert at something before, but now they're an expert on war. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I am not.
Okay.
But what I am is an expert on mortgage rates. That much, after 30 years, I judge myself an expert.
Okay.
So when oil goes to 100, 110, 115 a barrel, whatever, when oil breaks through 100, that means there's going to be inflation.
Boom.
Like at the end of here's the thing. You never know what the fuck's going on until it happens. Like you don't understand all the intricacies of the world.
Right.
So it turns out Europe was getting 20% of its natural gas from a country that just shut down their natural gas because it was getting blown up. Okay. I never knew that fertilizer for Europe and for Asia comes from, it gets manufactured in parts of the Middle East.
Okay.
Because they've got free energy. Like the energy's like dirt cheap. Right. So if you get the potash to them, they'll turn
They
it into
don't
fertilizer.
produce the potash. Like Canada's got a huge amount of
No,
potash.
but there's potash in other parts of the world.
But they ship it there. It gets refined, put in the bags.
Just turned like you can't put potash on the fucking
ground.
No, you need to refine it.
Sure.
So that's fucked up now.
Okay.
And guess what? And pretty soon it's going to be time to seed. Okay. So it's so many components to this thing.
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm not a fucking expert, so the war could be over in a week. I don't fucking know.
Right.
Okay. Who the fuck actually knows?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. So, but if it ain't, if it runs out for another 2.5, 3, 4 months,
And
we're going to have a $125 barrel oil. And the only thing I know for sure is that a $125 barrel oil, if it happens, there will be inflation.
Yeah.
And the rumor of inflation is all you need to move bond yields up. And
It's true.
Canada 5s and Canada 3s up.
Yep.
And the mortgage rates will follow. The fixed mortgage rates will follow.
Yep.
And somebody will say, but wait, I'll get variable. Okay,
Oof.
you can get variable.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know how long this goes on. I have
Right.
no idea.
Right.
But if it does go on,
Right.
the cuts that could easily have happened, the rate cuts from the Bank of Canada that could easily have happened this summer, because the Canadian economy is in the shitter.
It is. However,
with the pull of inflation
yeah.
coming from expensive energy, Bank of Canada's not going to cut.
Matter of fact.
Might hike. I'm not saying I know that.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do know that the chances of a rate cut in the summer, which I would put at probably 65% 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. To your credit, you were saying this. Yeah. You were saying that they still got some in the chamber. And today.
That's because the economy keeps slipping.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure. But
today, that 65% is maybe 25%.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, and again,
we don't know.
The war could be over next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Trump could fly to Tehran and kiss each cheek of the Ayatollah and make up. He could select the new Ayatollah. I don't know.
Allegedly.
Okay? We don't know what's going to happen. Sure. We do not know. But we know this. $100 a barrel oil has a direct result that's not escapable.
Yeah.
It just happens. Okay?
And this is something that every Canadian needs to know. It's not just everything you said is absolutely correct. It's not just bond yields. It's everything at the grocery store. It's the clothes you put on your back.
Yeah.
It's the bus fare that your kid's taking. It's everything.
Energy goes through everything.
Everything.
Yeah, that's right.
If you like the pod, well, don't just sit there. Go to YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and all the other ones and like the pod. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep being angry at mortgages and swearing about mortgages. Angry Mortgage could use your support.